From USA, NTDP, Jeremy Bracco.
Talk about being picked by Toronto?
Well, yeah, going to Toronto is obviously everybody thinks about going there with the, the storied history they have there and the fans and the support of, the Toronto Maple Leafs is second to none. So to be a part of the franchise is, it's definitely an honor today.
Talk about your plans for next season.
Next season, my focus is on BC right now, but if they think a different route is better for me to further my development and help the Toronto Maple Leafs win, that's definitely a conversation I'll be having with them in the future.
How does it feel to be to be here right now after all the work you put in the season you had, where you're sitting right now wearing that sweater?
Yeah, it's one of the best feelings I've had in my career so far. Bar winning the U18 medal with the guys that I played with for 2 years. But this is a great personal goal of mine, and for me, I know that the work just starts here. But it's been a great ride, and sitting up there, it was finally nice to hear my name called by a franchise like this, and hopefully can get some fun in. So it'll be a good time.
That was a pretty big reception when your name was announced. Who were all those people?
Yeah, I got my grandparents here, my dad's friends, my mom's friends, and my little brother, his buddies here. So it's kind of cool, my little brother being 7 and knowing a lot about the Toronto Maple Leafs and just kind of being here with him, and hopefully he's here in 10 years. I can only hope for him, but it's kind of cool to share the moment with the people that put so much time in for you and everything like that. But it's been a lot of fun.
Did you meet with the Leafs at the Combine?
Yeah, I did meet with Toronto at the Combine.
Remember anything about that meeting?
Yeah, I always thought that, Toronto might have been interested. It was, it went well, and, the Combine was a lot of fun. It was a great experience to be a part of, but, I'm really happy that, Toronto picked me, and, to be a Maple Leaf is, it's more than I could have dreamed of.
Jeremy, growing up on Long Island, who are some of your influences?
For me, I gotta say my dad and my 2 uncles. I mean, my dad played at Dartmouth, and my uncle played at St. Lawrence, and my other uncle played at Plattsburgh, and, hockey's always been in the Bracco blood, and, for them, they never really got to this point, so they're really proud of me. And I guess when I go home, I'll see all of them. But for me, I know that I did a lot of work to get here, but it's definitely not enough, and the work just starts. So they were really instrumental, and they'll keep pushing me for sure.
So your mom, you said, started out didn't know much about hockey, and now she's one of the most fanatical hockey moms around. How do you think she's going to take to being a Leafs hockey mom?
I think she's going to like it. She's a big fan of Tim Hortons, I know that. She was in Toronto last week with my little brother at the Ronald McDonald tournament or something. But, I've been up there a ton, spring hockey and stuff, and you can just tell even support at the younger ages is, unbelievable, and I can only imagine what it's going to be like when I go up there for mini camp. So, yeah, she's come a long way for sure, not knowing what offsides was or anything like that when my dad was in college, but now she's sitting up there with her knees trembling, but I'm sure she has some type of relief now, which is nice. So it was it's great to be by her side on today.
Did you grow up an Islanders fan or a Rangers fan, or?
To be honest, I mean, we had Islanders season tickets. I like them for sure, but I've never really been a fan of one team. I just like watching guys and just trying to pick things off of guys that I can learn.
Sounds like your little brother's quite the player.
Yeah, he's pretty good actually. I mean, he's a defenseman. He's a big guy, so unlike me, I think he likes to hit a little bit more. He's a little physical, so and he wants to be a goalie for some reason. We gotta get that out of the way. But yeah, so he plays a year up, and he does great. So I'm always there anytime I can support him and be there for him. I'm there. So it's him and I have a real good relationship.
But you said he knows about the Leafs even at that age.
Yeah, I mean, anytime we're home, you always want to watch, the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, anytime you hear that franchise, you're like, your head turns or something like that. But the story they have, with Brendan Shanahan, what he's doing now there, and to be a part of that, rebuild it's a great feeling.
Jeremy, I'm sure you've
been asked a lot about your size over the years. Do you have a chip on your shoulder about that at all, or is it something you use for motivation, I guess?
Yeah, I know that for me, I have to better myself every day, and when you wake up in the mirror every day, you gotta look at yourself, and you gotta say, how do I be better? And for that, definitely, I definitely think that gotten better than guys in this draft, and for me, it's just more ammunition to be better and go to the gym every day and work harder. So I definitely have a chip on my shoulder about that for sure.
You talk about the homegrown approach you kind of took, with the goals, then like Bobcats, playing on Long Island.
Yeah, well, I played on Long Island my whole life, pretty much, until the year I went to the National Team Development Program. I played for the Rockets the year before that, but it was it's really cool to go back now and see all the little guys, especially back to my brother. Anytime I come home, he's always trying to sleep in bed with me. He missed me all year, the last 2 years, and it's for me, it's trying to give back to what I got from the coaching staff, and a few coaches that I played for are here today, which is a great feeling for me to be able to share this moment with them. And it's been a great ride. So anytime I can be back in the rink helping guys is definitely what I'm doing.
What's your brother's name?
Donato.
Can you spell it?
Donato. Yeah.
Sorry if you were asked this at the start. I was a bit late, but was it a tough night last night having to sit through that and not get picked? Or?
I think for anybody, I think it's a tough night to sit there for 3 or 4 hours and not hear your name called. But I know that where you're picked doesn't determine who you are and if you're going to play in the NHL. So for me, I'm happy to be part of this organization, and I hope I can help this team win in the future.
Do you think the team's made a mistake to pass on you?
I guess that's up for everybody to talk about. But for me, I'm just I'm happy to be picked here, and I'm going to do everything I can to make the roster in years to come, and to prove that I'm one of the best players in this draft.
When you spoke with them, did you get a sense of what it is that they valued in you, what they're interested in? Because it seems like there's a bit of a trend with the team to overlook size for certain skill sets.
Yeah, I think for me, it's my playmaking ability. I think if you go back to the U18 goal that we won the overtime, most guys go, "How did you even see him?" I thought you were going to shoot it, but for me, that's always my instinct. I just kind of try to find that extra play, and sometimes I get yelled at to shoot the puck a bit more, but I think my hockey IQ is definitely the thing that separates me from a lot of guys.
Do you feel like there's a weight lifted off your shoulders, and now you can focus on the future and college and all that?
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously a thing you think of, and it's ever since I left the national team development program and went to the combine. You always talk about your buddies getting picked and you getting picked, and what the feeling's like. And for me, I thought it was gonna be a lot less than this, to be honest. I mean, it's the feeling's unbelievable, and it's crazy to think about that I'm a Toronto Maple Leaf now.